Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Captain Marvel issue 47 by Kelly Thompson, Revenge of the Brood Part 5. And I have this connecting cover with X-Men issue 20, which looks absolutely fabulous. So now that we've looked at that, let's move that out of the way, and I apologize, there are coffee stains that I did not clean up. Yeah, should have really done that. Sins of Sinister Dominant, and I am reviewing that event as such. Let's try and get this shiny light so it's not it's a little better. Still trying to figure out the kinks with the light. Here is the amazing cast, and here's the other side. So first of all, we start with Captain Marvel monologue, thinking the trouble with splitting up the team is you can't always control the other team, and sometimes they do things like nuclear explosions, which is what Hazmat did at the end of the last issue. Carol is obviously keeping it at bay, and everybody is sort of recovering from that. Mainly, Jen here is worried about Laura taking such an impact. However, we don't get we just get sort of a little bit of a deteriorated body. I feel like they could have gone a lot grosser if they wanted to, but they haven't. And we got a thumbs up from Laura, which is always a good start. So they managed to push all the others back, and Kawan is calling them to get moving because they found Binary and etc. So Laura helps out Rogue by letting her absorb her healing factor so she can start getting a little bit better. And this team are obviously happy that they are alive, etc. Now, they try to release Binary, but it's not an easy task, and they worry about these connections because they are sort of like parts sort of living sort of thing connected to her. So they do try the easy route, but then they try to disconnect them. They get a little bit closer, and then eventually Captain Marvel is sort of attacked by them. So then Kawan says that to take something, you have to leave something in its place. The ultimate I can't say the word. So do you remember when the last episode of Doctor Who season 4? You've got Donna Noble's granddad. He's stuck in the thing. He gives the 4 knocks, and he's stuck in there. For him to be released, somebody needs to go in the other side, and that's how that doctor dies. So sorry, I just wanted to put that in place. So for Binary to be released and then to try and save her, she has to be left behind. So she starts making this sort of sacrifice quite quickly, and then they start trying to figure out, hey, does Binary even breathe? How do we even get her alive, etc.? It's very chaotic. So they're trying to save her. The team were heading back to the rendezvous point. However, with this new development, they decided that some of them should go back. Well, they should go and assist. However, firstly, Rogue tells us her journey, how this came about. So first of all, she gets Binary's message. She tries to relay that to Captain Marvel, and that's when things got complicated. The Brood were attacking her. She kept them at bay for a while. However, eventually they got in there. I feel like this should have been in the middle. They haven't planned it very well in terms of this issue. I felt like this should have been in the middle. So they have big plans. So they blame the Kree for the King Egg, which is how Bruce controlled him. And with Dreams, which is in X-Men, they've managed to escape and go on this sort of rampage across the universe. But they want, ultimately, they want an infinity army of superpowers, and that's what's in some of our team's bellies, so to speak. And then eventually, they're testing Rogue, etc., to understand things as they always have done, a little bit better, etc. So now they have what do they do now, sort of thing. So Captain Marvel tells Kawan she has to leave because Spider-Woman isn't in a fit state. She's too upset. I don't know where that came from, but I felt like that was who was she to say that Spider-Woman is too upset. I know she hasn't, all throughout this mission, she hasn't enjoyed the space thing, but to say that she can't lead is, yeah, that's, you could see that being a divide when they're back on Earth. Why? And that's what I would question. I say, why would you, you know, it would bug me personally. Let's just say that if my boss decided to choose somebody else instead of me to lead the team because something's gone on, because I'm quite capable of putting my emotions aside and thinking with my logic cap. So the rest of the team agree that Rogue is still recovering and who should go with her. And Jen says, actually me, because she is still recovering after that nuclear blast. And also she comments that Gambit's probably the better fighter in close quarters. Polaris speeds them off, etc. And then these two have a nice little moment together around Hazmat's experience in terms of how her powers came up. They came up similar to Rogue's. They just came on the scene. They were massive and uncontrollable. And just so I'm clear, I've never read it, so I don't know. And they almost, from what she's angry because they almost wanted her in the team because they were worried she was going to become a super villain rather than getting her to know her. And this is where Captain Marvel comes in. Captain Marvel comes in because she feels like she's treated that way. They look at her for who she is, and they get this this beautiful sort of moments, and moments that Rogue, you know, she was once a villain. Same similar journey, except that Hazmat got probably moved into a superhero thing, whereas Rogue had Mystique in the Brotherhood for a period of time. So the team are fighting, and Carol's starting to feel like this is a mistake, like none of this is all sort of weird, but there is something powerful in the background. Now, do you remember when you watch Aliens and you think it's over, you think they're going to escape, and then the big queen comes out and she's massive and scary? That's literally what this end page is. She's massive, she's huge, and she's hovering above Captain Marvel, and the rest of the team are out for the count. So I'm not sure if that last couple of pages was a dream state. However, it doesn't feel weird. It feels weird, and they're not sure if they're going to survive. And it's a possibility that actually the Queen is absorbing all this knowledge, etc., through these tentacles. I'm not entirely sure, but we will find out. So next, the Abyss glazes back, so that will be interesting. And then we got another connecting cover with X-Men issue 21 if you were collecting them. So another great issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. Once again, flowed really well, easy to read, easy to understand. I probably didn't need to know any of these characters to read it and enjoy it, to be fair. So Kelly's done another fabulous job. Anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you to everybody that already is subscribed. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.